Hey kid, wanna try this new thing I have under the bleachers? This new illicit substance? Well, here's what it'll do to you. It might make your heart beat faster. It might make your eyes go wide. What is this? Am I talking about a drug? No. Talking about Riichi Mahjong. Okay. It's not easy coming up with a new intro. Okay. Welcome back to Riichi Mahjong. My name's Yusong. Look, I know that intro was pretty good. I'm pretty happy with that intro. Why do all my intros end with me losing all confidence? Well, that's just because it's part of the game, okay? It's called making yourself vulnerable out there, okay? Really speaking your truth and creating your art. The art in this case being a really long, convoluted joke. That's at best a 5 out of 10. All right. Welcome back to Riichi Mahjong. How have you been playing? Dude, there's like I don't know if you can tell, but there's like a fire in my eyes. I really want to win. Not only that, I think we've been playing good Mahjong. Oh, and the lords have heard our call and they've answered. You're gonna give me a hello emote? I'll give you a hello emote as well. I can understand. Let's all have a good game here. All right, what am I looking at here? I'm looking at a pair of the green dragons. That's not anything to scoff at. What's the Dora? It's the 5 of bamboo. We can make use of a 5 of bamboo. That's like having you know, black pepper in your pantry. We can make use of that easily. What do you want? You want to make some pasta? Okay. Heat up the sauce in a saucepan and let's add some red pepper flakes and some black pepper. Dude, when I was growing up, my parents like didn't heat up pasta sauce. Like they would cook. I don't know. Does anyone else have this experience? Cause like I guess no one really told them how to make pasta. I don't know. And I'm not mad at them or anything. It's still like fairly good at the end of the day. But what we would do is heat up the noodles, like cook the noodles, but then just like pour cold tomato sauce on top. And that's how I didn't think anything weird of it until I got to my adult life, and then I started eating like pasta with like friends and stuff. And then I was like, they were like, what are you doing? And I was like, isn't this how you pasta? And they were like, no. The point is, we all have things to learn. I'm gonna fall with the green dragons here. Our hand is just a little too slow right now. People out here, we were drawing some good tiles too, but we can't exactly fold with the 3 or the 6. Both are extremely dangerous tiles, especially with that 5 discard. All right, so nothing looking super safe here. Can we make any Suji reads? We can't even make any Suji reads. There's the Dora discard. Okay, well, we know the Dora discard is safe. Let's get rid of it early because we're playing defensively, and we know that the 2 is going to most likely be safe. It's Suji to the 5. Wow, okay. I mean, this is a strange situation. The player to my left is certainly going for it. Now there's a lot of information out on the table. There's a ton of information out on the table. We know that the 5 is safe. We know that the 6 is safe. Dude, we're folding here. Maybe we can get our way back into Tenpai. Maybe we can't. I'm honestly okay with not getting our way back into Tenpai. I've been watching a lot of like pro Mahjong highlights on YouTube, and I understand like it's not gonna be you know, super similar to playing in Mahjong Soul in the expert rank. I totally get that. Dealer across from me wins with a Riichi Pinfu. But the way they discard tiles is just weird sometimes. The way that pros discard tiles is just totally alien to me in a way where they're like, wow, you're getting rid of a really valuable tile for like no, like because I think they think that they know that the rest of their hand is in pretty good shape, so they're willing to cut a more valuable tile early. And also something that I've seen is that they just hold on to honor tiles for dear life. 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, this is a hand that's gonna take some work to get there, but we can get there. We got a pair of the south winds. Not necessarily great for us. It's not our seat wind, nor is it the round wind, but we can make it work. All right, 5, 6, 7, 7. That's not a terrible shape either. We can finish this off with a 4, or, you know, even if we draw a 6 here, it becomes a lovely 2-sided weight for the 5 and the 8. Okay. One of circles, though. One of circles is not really helping. See, I genuinely... 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, if we think that we have 5 shapes in this hand, there is genuinely a world where we toss the 6. And, like, I don't know if this is worth considering, because we could have tossed the 6 last turn, but no. I don't think keeping the 2 floating tile is necessarily the best move for us. I don't like it. Because the 1, 2 is at best a one-sided weight, whereas if we keep this 6 and we draw a 5 or a 7, it's a two-sided weight. Okay. How many pairs do we have in our hand? 1, 2, 3. 3 pairs in our hand? That's not great. Let's get rid of one of those pairs. Look, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know if the tiles that we're discarding are like mathematically 100% the correct tiles to discard. But here's what I do know. I did discard them. And the Southwind has to be our pair. It's not like we're looking at other things to be our pair, you know? All right, I mean, we're one tile away from being able to call Riichi. Anything scary on the table? Player to my right discarding some gas with the 6 of characters discard. Player across from me going for the most obvious flush of all time. We just don't know if it's in the bamboo suit or the circle suit. This 4 would have been nice, but we can't get rid of the Dora. I want to keep it in my hand. I want to be a little bit greedy because it's early in the game. I want to be able to like establish a big lead. There's a Riichi. I mean, the good news for us is that we have 2 tiles with which we can safely bail. They also don't want character tiles. So if we draw an 8 of circles, there was a world where we cut the 7, like, never mind the fact that we know it's safe now, but like there was a world where if we drew the 8 of circles, we cut the 7 because we know they don't want character tiles. Let's see what they're willing to discard. I mean, the player across from me is in a great position. Everyone can probably sense that they're going for a flush, but nobody really knows what suit they're going for. And even if they discard a single circle tile or a single bamboo tile, it doesn't give us as much information as we'd like. Like, sure, that bamboo tile like helps, but they could still be going for a half flush in the bamboo suit very, very easily. Am I staying in this? I guess I'm staying in this a little. There's still a chance, right? Albeit a small chance, that we draw an 8 of circles or a 3 of bamboo. We can cut this and stay in Damaten. I'm not chasing the Riichi with a terrible weight, but I want the chance to sumo. Okay, now it's getting really spicy. We know that the 7 is going to be safe for both of these cats, if you will. That's just, I guess that's a new thing that I'm saying. Making our way downtown. Walking fast, faces fast. Do I chi this? I know I have 2 tiles here. I'll chi this. Maybe this is a terrible, terrible idea. But what I'm thinking is that there's a world where we can get into Tenpai here. We chi an 8 of circles. Okay, I don't know if we can get there, but okay, so now what's safe? I was thinking like being a little greedy, maybe we can get into Tenpai. We can't get into Tenpai, we just have to discard that, and I'm not willing to do that. I'm gonna cut a 7 of circles because I know it's safe. Okay. A little bit of spice towards the end, but at least we didn't deal into anyone. Let's see what, wow, everyone was waiting on circle tiles. Okay. Okay, sorry, I meant to hide my camera so you could see. Oh my god, I hit it 1 second too late. They were waiting on a 1 and 4 of circles. I can't believe that they were, I can't believe that everyone was in Tenpai and that the player across from me didn't even have a flush. They must have been in Tenpai from like the very, very start of that game. That's pretty wild. Okay, let's take a look at this hand. I mean, great draw. Not sure if we should have kept the honor tiles and discarded some of these. I don't think that's the right move though. 1, 2, 3. We have 3-ish shapes, but we know that one of these tiles is going to become something. And we know that this, if we draw a 2 of bamboo, this can become like 2 things. Eastwind? Sure. There's a world where we don't do it too. 1, 2, 3, 4. So this either becomes something or we draw a 2 of a 2 of bamboo here. A 3 of characters. Now that doesn't really help us. What's the door? It's the 2 of circles. We could still technically make use of that. What am I willing to cut? I guess this 3 in order to make that happen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that could still work. But now this shape has become very, very strong. Okay, now we even have the chance for a full outside hand mixed triple sequence. That's kind of nuts if you want to think about it that way. That's kind of nuts. I think I do this because this 7-8 shape is strong enough by itself. Unfortunately, with this 4 draw, we're not in a situation where we can get a full outside hand anymore, but we can still chase it. I mean, the 2 9 of circles being discarded isn't great news for us. I think if we go for it, now is the time to go for it. But an open full outside hand isn't worth that much. I'm in Tenpai. Yeah, but then I have no Yaku there. Okay, I mean, the good news about this hand is, if we Chia 2 of Bamboo, we're in Tenpai for a full outside hand. Mixed triple sequence. Unfortunately, player to my right calls Riichi. All right, we have a lot of safe tiles to discard. All of it being the 1 of Bamboo. Yeah, and that 5 is not exiting our hand. That 5 is not exiting our hand. What are we doing? I mean, here's the thing. I don't know if that this is safe 100%. Wow, the 5 is safe. But what I was going to say is that, like, keeping the 1s around means that we can get into Tenpai at the end of the game. It's not likely, but I feel like we got to, you know, go for it. They won off of the 9. Wow. Okay, interesting. Riichi Pinfu. They hit, oh my god, they hit another Dora. Okay, that's a dealer Mongon. That's pretty spicy. It's gonna be hard to get back into first place, or you know, to fight for first place. But this is a hand, dude. This is the hand. I was also thinking, like, as I was watching these pro players play Mahjong. Oh, what? You go clubbing on the weekends? No, I watch. Oh, that's like kind of lame. I watch pro Mahjong. Okay, I mean, it's interesting. They hang on to honor tiles for a while. Now, how many times have we been in this situation where, like, we're 10 discards in? We know, like, we haven't gotten rid of this white dragon. We know that someone's probably waiting on it, right? So the logic there is, if I just hold on to this white dragon, I can effectively iron wall someone's hand from ever being completed. Say the player across from me starts pawning and cheating aggressively, and I get the suspicion that they're waiting for a simple Yaku to win, right? Green dragon, red dragon, seat win, prevalent win. Any of those. If I want to, I can just hold on to it forever. And of course, it might be impossible for me to get into Tenpai, but in doing so, I stop the other player from getting into Tenpai as well. Anyway, I think what we do here is, because we're not going to want to get rid of this red 5, and we're not going to want to get rid of the Dora, which is the 6. Can we cheat this? No, dude, our hand is so bad. I mean, our hand is okay. All right, now we can accept a 7 here. It's not a great situation, but it's an okay situation. Player to my right opens up with some oh. 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 4 pairs in this hand. I don't think we go for it. I don't think that we can go for it. I don't know. It just seems a little too lofty for me. It seems a little too lofty for me. Maybe we'll get punished for that. The closed con. Oh my god. Okay, at least the new door, the 4 of excuse me. Give me 1 second. I'm panicking. Anyone else panicking? Okay, I'm gonna discard these 9s. 1 shape, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Okay. This is not that bad. It's not that bad. Why am I discarding this? Well, I don't know, dude. I'm scared. I'm scared out of my mind. The con makes things really spicy now. I'll cut the 9 of characters. Weirdly, that seems more dangerous than this 7 or this 9. Can we still cheat? No, we can't get into Tenpai for. Oh, this is such a weird situation because now we can kind of accept the 4 into this hand. I mean, we could have still technically done that before. It just would have been a little clunky and inelegant. Dealer takes it with another huge hand. Were we supposed to be careful? A closed weight? That's a dealer Mongon, dude. Oh my, ripping 2 dealer Mongons in a row. I mean, that's some protagonist S right there. So the player to our left is disconnected. If we wanted to be a real scumbag about it, we could just start cheating, like playing with that knowledge, and so as a result, we start to cheat a little bit aggressively. I'm gonna keep my options open here. I'm gonna keep some of my honor tiles because if we draw more of them, or if we want to open up our hand like this, Oh, this is a little bit of a scumbag move because I'm like, I know that this is a little bit of a scumbag move because I know the player to my left is disconnected, so they're going to be a little less discerning with their discards, and we can probably pick up a few cheese based off of that and that fact alone. It's a little bit scummy. It's a little bit scummy. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. It doesn't feel great. It doesn't feel like I'm playing very honorably at all. But I was gonna say, can you blame me? You can absolutely blame me. There was that show on TV that was like short-lived on like ABC that was like, what would you do? And they were just like, which I think is like morally wrong. They would like show someone like slipping something into someone else's drink, and then they would like see if the bystanders around them reacted. And don't get me wrong, like obviously it's wrong to like, that's a crime. That's a horrible crime. But the premise of that show is just like, I don't know, I just think that prank shows are a little like, I don't like the fact that you don't have to tell the person that you're filming. I don't like that fact at all. Okay, anyway, we're making our way downtown. We are moving fast. We have a 3-sided weight for the 1, 4, and 7. Okay, that's not that bad. We can even, I was gonna say we can even pawn the white dragon and try to get another Yaku in there, but that's okay. It's just a half flush hand. You gotta keep in mind, and I forget this too, but sometimes a half flush is not that impressive. If that's the only thing that you have in your hand, it's not that impressive. So maybe we should consider that moving forward. All right, I mean, this is a great hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have 6 shapes in our hand. Okay. Bolstering this shape as well. What do we want to get rid of? I mean, this 4, 6 is pretty bad, but we have a lot of pairs in our hand, and one of the 9 of circles is already gone. I think if anything, oh man. 1, 2, 3, 4. I want that in my hand so badly, dude. Call me a Nelly Furtado song because I want you on my team, so does everybody else. That's Promiscuous, Nelly Furtado featuring Timberland. Which, I'm gonna be honest with you, it's very confusing because I thought Timberland was the brand of like the boots. You know what I mean? I was so when I heard that song, I was like, whoa, that company does music too? Dude, this is why branding is important. What was I saying? I've talked about so much random stuff. Pasta, Timberland. I mean, these are the hallmarks of my generation, I think. Player across from me opens up on the white dragons. Not great news for us, but we draw a 3 of bamboo, making our 2, 4, 6 shape kind of complete. So are we 1 tile away from Tenpai? No, we're 2 tiles away from Tenpai. Can we get into a Riichi Pinfu situation? You betcha. Unfortunately, it won't be all simples because we're keen on keeping this 9 in our hand. 3 is unfortunately not going to help out here. Should we be concerned? Player to my right hasn't discarded a single bamboo tile until that moment, and they discard the Dora. This is great news for us. That's amazing news for us because the first place just dealt into the dealer. That's a I'm gonna hide my camera. That's a big blow to them. And honestly, I'm not saying we're gonna be able to catch up, but it makes catching up a little bit easier. Okay. A lot of character tiles. That doesn't feel bad at all. A lot of character tiles. Okay. I'm going to keep the west wind because we are sitting in the west seat. Maybe we can make use of it. 1, 3, 5 is also not a terrible shape. So this is like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I mean, those as our 5 shape, it's not terrible. Not only that, we can still get a 1, 2, 3 mixed triple sequence. I mean, okay, in this situation, I feel like our shapes are set. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We don't need this 6. I know, dude. I know that doesn't feel great because why am I keeping this? Well, we have all 5 shapes in our hand. And now this strengthens one of our shapes. So now I'll cut the west wind. But I'm like, if we're going to keep a floating tile, why not just keep the west wind here when we already have enough shapes in our hand, you know? I don't know. Maybe this is better Mahjong. Maybe it's worse Mahjong. Let me know in the comments what you think. Genuinely curious. Really hoping that the player to our left comes back. I understand. Sometimes you run into the limit on the Starbucks Wi-Fi. I totally get it. So what am I waiting for here? Waiting for a 5 of characters, a 1 of circles, or a 2 or a 4 of bamboo. And then we can call Riichi. 5 of circles, unfortunately, not going to help out here. It's hard to read, right? Because like the player on our left is just discarding whatever they draw. So can't make any real inferences based off of that. We just have to consider the other 2 players' position. Okay, discarding a 7. Maybe their hand is progressing. The 1 of circles isn't really going to help us there. Okay, I'll take this. This improves my weight. We still can't get into a Riichi Pinfu situation. Could we still get into maybe like a pure straight situation? Maybe. Okay, player to my right discarding some really good tiles. Okay, so we have to assume that they're in Tenpai. It's like 9 discards in. They're probably in Tenpai. I'll cut the 1 here. I know that the East Wind is safe, dude. Player across from me seems to be stuck in garbage land. Wow. Okay, now this 8 is not necessarily that safe. It's not the world's most dangerous tile. I don't want to deal into them, dude. I'm going to deal the 1s. Wow, am I really going to deal into them with the 1s? Okay. Luckily, no. But who knows? I mean, we can still get into a pure straight situation. Okay. 4. I mean, we're drawing some pretty spicy tiles. I don't want to discard any of these. I'm pretty sure after that 7 and that 4 discard, they're in Tenpai. How much do I want to push my luck? I mean, the player to my left discarded a 5. The 8 is Suji to the 5. And you know what? I'm grateful for the information. That makes me feel confident in discarding that tile. How do we get into Tenpai? They call Riichi. It's a late game Riichi. They might be trying to prey on the player who's just disconnected as well. Wow, I'm also in Tenpai. And I know it's safe. I mean, I could chase this Riichi hilariously. It's not the worst idea in the world either. I mean, I'm so happy to stay in Tenpai. We could have chased the Riichi and it would have panned out here. It's too risky for my taste. It's a little too risky for my taste. Okay, we end up in Tenpai. I mean, that's to be expected. Everyone was waiting on bamboo tiles. That's not really that expected, considering our discards, but the player to our left being disconnected means that this isn't as real of a game as we necessarily hope for. Okay, but that's okay. This is just gonna happen sometimes if you're playing Mahjong online. East round, how many shapes do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4? We have 4 shapes. Okay, then maybe we get rid of some of the... Okay, that's our 5th shape. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, because we have our 5 shapes, here's what I'm thinking. We hang on to this... This is pretty redundant, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I mean, it's actually not that redundant because this could turn into 2 shapes like this. Okay. But we hang on to our green dragon just in case. Can't open our hand just yet. I know one of the green dragons is already gone, but I mean, I don't know. I think we should let ourselves be a little bit more flexible. Can I chi this? Can I kick it? I think I can chi this. And go for an easy all simples hand. I don't want to do that because an easy all simples hand does not a first place make. You know what I mean? Maybe I should just be going for the easy hands, but there's a 2. We would have loved that. Okay, I mean, if we draw a 6 of circles, we have Riichi, Pinfu, all simples. Oh my god. It's a closed weight, but I need to take this Riichi. I feel like this is good enough. All simples, it's a Riichi. The 6 has been discarded, so people, I don't know. I don't want to just keep preying on the player to my left, but I don't know. Maybe I could have waited for a Pinfu opportunity, a Pinfu-tunity, if you will. See what I did there? I jammed the 2 words together. Looks like the player to my right. I mean, that 6 of characters discard was not necessarily safe, but it looks like a player across from me is folding. That's good news for us. You're gonna abandon your white dragons. Guess you're not Seto Kaiba then. It's a joke for all the Yu-Gi-Oh fans in the audience. Clap if you're from out of state. I don't know. It's Mahjong. It's not necessarily the same as a stand-up venue, but there's similarities if you're making a video on YouTube. Wow. Player to my right, role-playing as a honey badger because they straight up do not give a damn right now. They're still dealing. I mean, obviously this isn't great. It's a closed weight. It's a 1 tile weight. Wow, they gave up 4 white dragons. They really want to fold. But you know what? That's fine. Yeah, because if you're not gonna, once you've discarded 2, you might as well discard the rest. And you still have a good chance to get into Tenpai. You have a lot of room and a lot of time to be flexible and refinance your entire home. Okay. Don't know if we're gonna end up winning this one, and we're giving a lot of other people time to get into Tenpai by the end of the night. Okay. Luckily, I don't know. I feel like I've given people a lot of information, but like it's also been pretty good, right? We've discarded a lot of 1s, 9s. That 5 is not great, but what can you do about that? You know, this is very, very scary. The player to my right is constantly thinking about whether to pawn or chi something. That's those little pauses. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if they're fighting for it or if they're just trying to make some difficult decisions. We're having to make some difficult decisions. All right, so here's the thing. I was gonna say, like, if we could run off of that last tile, I don't know if we necessarily can take it, because we can't like win off of this player so much so that they go below 0. You know what I mean? We still need to keep them alive so that we have a chance to hit the first place player, or even the third place player, right? All right, I mean, this is a strange hand. Definitely a strange hand. How many shapes do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Really? We have 5 shapes with this hand? I mean, we do, right? This is 1 shape. This is 2. This is 3. This is 4. This is 5. It's not great, but it's not terrible either. So if we get the chance, I hope you dance. If we get the chance, do we open up with some quick pawning and cheating? Oh, I mean, so much garbage. An unbelievable smattering of garbage. Do we open up our hand if we get to, exactly, like something like that comes along? I mean, here's the thing. This hand is not going to be valuable. Like, all this is a quick all simples hand. So what do we do? Yeah, we absolutely take this opportunity. I know it's a little scummy, but we just go for the all simples hand. Now, it gets really scary. I mean, the player across from me is certainly, they don't have a terrible hand, right? Because they're moving forward with that 5 of circles discard. If they call Riichi, we're kind of in a terrible situation. But we are in Tenpai now. Tenpai off of a 3 of bamboo, which has been recently discarded. Because this isn't a valuable hand, we take the fast win. You know, we can infer, it's not a strong one, but we can infer that because our hand is like, has no Dora, it's not valuable, that someone else is sitting on Dora, you know? It just seems likely. So we want to nip that in the bud and take the 1,000 points when we can get it. Okay, player across from me making some tough decisions. They're taking some time with their discards. They're probably in Tenpai. I would say that they're extremely likely to be in Tenpai. Oh, man. What is this? This 2 is also not really safe. So what am I doing? I'm getting myself into Furt and getting myself into a little bit of trouble. Because there's a better chance that we draw a 3 or a 6. Unfortunately, the 3 comes out immediately after I discard that 2. I mean, okay, we can't get rid of the Dora. And none of these bamboo tiles are safe. All right, welcome to Yusong Liu misplays a hand, something fierce. Our feature presentation today, the East 3 round. The East 3 round where Yusong Liu misplays a hand, something fierce. We can still win this. We can still win this. It's just going to be very tricky. We would love to chi a 7 of circles, but not a 5. We want to keep this Dora in our hand. These bamboo tiles, man. Oh my god. I'm gonna fail here. I mean, here's the thing. That's the risk and reward. Oh my god, and the Dora was safe all along. And the Dora was safe all along. Okay, they were waiting on a 3-6 of bamboo. Yep. Player to my right was waiting on a 4-7. You can just sense it. When someone's in Tenpai, they're discarding 5s and stuff. You can just kind of sense it. I mean, is this really a 4th repeat? Oh my god. Also, this hand. I could kiss this hand on the mouth right now. This hand is incredible. We also have a Dora in it. Oh. Oh. And the player to our left is disconnected. Oh. Oh. We can enter the all-you-can-pawn and Shiba Fei 1-3-5 shape, looking incredible. I mean, it's 4 repeat counters and there's 2 Riichi sticks on the table. So if we can win this hand, that'd be huge. Oh my god. Oh my god. This hand is nuts. This hand is nuts. Call me Alvin and the Chipmunks because this hand is nuts. Dude. I'm going to discard this 7-9 shape because I don't know. It can't necessarily be... I mean, it can be improved, but this can be improved if we draw a 4 or an 8. I guess this could only be improved if we draw a 6. Okay, I mean, okay. All right, point taken. Frick you too, if you're listening. Mahjong deities. No, okay. A little bit hasty in that. Oh my god, please. Please, I'm sorry for my sins. I'm sorry I said those really rude things to you just now. I'm very, very sorry. It won't happen again. We absolutely cheat this. We absolutely cheat this. We pawn the 4 or the green dragon, right? Oh my god, we are in Tenpai. We can win off of the Dora or the green dragon. A spicy meatball. A very spicy meatball of a situation here. Player to my left is DC'd. Player across from me opening up on a 1, 2, 3 of circles. Maybe a mixed triple sequence. Oh. I'm gonna take it. I have to fight for this hand. It's Suji to the 5 discard. I have to fight for this. And that's why you effing fight for it. That's why you effing fight for it. 4 Riichi sticks on the table. Or excuse me, 3 Riichi sticks on the table. That's a Mangan. That's a Mangan. When the moon hits your eye like a big pizza pie. And are you seeing the scores? Are you seeing the scores, mate? We are in this for first place. We have, I mean, I'm not gonna mince words with you. What a ridiculous advantage it is to have the player to your left be disconnected. A ridiculous advantage. I'm not gonna open my hand quite just yet. Just quite yet. I don't know if there's a right way or wrong way to say that. We have the pair of the west winds, which isn't really gonna help us. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I mean, we have 5 shapes in our hand too. We can also change our 5 shapes so that we have an all simples hand. And I'm gonna cut these west winds because we can start pawning and cheating, dude. And why restrict ourselves in that way? Okay, how many? 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 4 pairs. If we draw another pair, sure, we'll go for the 7 pairs hand. But if we don't, let's not force ourselves, you know? I understand that 7 pairs is pretty spicy, especially when you have a red 5 and you have all simples. I get it. That actually, strangely enough, doesn't help our hand. The only tile that we would cheat in this case is a 6 of circles. And then what do we discard? Probably the 7-8 shape. One, two. I mean, do I really think that the 5 is going to come out? No, I don't think the 5 is going to come out. What do I do think is more likely? Unfortunately, what I think is more likely is that the player to my left is going to discard a 3 or 6. I understand. Oh, it doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel good. Okay, what do I do here? What's our weakest shape? I think it's the 7-8, dude. I think it's the 7-8. We can chi this. We can pawn one of these. It's really unfair when the player to your left is disconnected. It's really, really unfair. But I mean, this is, if you want to go a little sicko mode, this is how you take advantage of that situation. It doesn't feel good. It's not very honorable Mahjong. I understand. Okay. We're really hoping to win off of the player to our right, though. Are we spooked out by their discards? Not really. They haven't discarded a single bamboo tile, but it looks like they're discarding garbage. The player across from us is discarding some gas, though. They've discarded a lot of good character tiles. Yeah, absolutely, I'll take this Tenpai. Do you take this lawfully? Do you take this hand to be your lawfully wedded Tenpai? Absolutely, absolutely, I take this chance. And you'll notice the unfairness of this, right? Because again, both of our chis have come from the player to our left. Of course, we can only chi from the player to our left, but the reason that they're doing so is because they're disconnected. There's like, you know, if they were fighting for their hand, this would have been a way different situation. One is probably going to be safe. I'm honestly thinking that the player across from me is in Tenpai. That's my reading of this situation. 4 of characters, not necessarily safe. At least we know it's safe for the player across from us. Player to our right, I'm not even sure if they're in Tenpai. I'll take this one. I'll take this one. It doesn't feel good. It's a 2-han hand. It's very, I mean, first place is first place. It doesn't feel good. I hope this doesn't come back to like bite me karmically, because I'll show you my match history. We have not touched first place in a very long time, okay? I don't know if this one is actually that helpful here. I don't think it is. I'll keep it for now because again, an east wind is already gone. Does it? I mean, I don't like what this implies. Okay, I'm gonna see the message boards. Oh, Yusong can only win when a player is disconnected. False. Okay, false. I've won in the past. Luckily, I've been making videos for YouTube, so you know, that's evidence, Your Honor. Okay, 1 shape, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 5 shapes. Because we have 5 shapes, let's keep the red dragon. It's like it. Okay. Let's toss this 1. I don't think this. Let's have some fun. This beat is sick. I want to toss a 1 with a Riichi stick. So here's the thing. This is a 7-8-9 mixed triple sequence kind of hand. Yeah, it's that kind of hand, right? 1 shape, 2, 3, 4, 5. I mean, it genuinely is. We can't pawn that. That doesn't really help us. I'm going to cut the red dragon now. Why? Because I don't want to hang on to it for too long and have someone else be able to pawn it into a triplet. Incredible draw. Incredible draw. Okay. I mean, now we definitely open our hand, right? The god draw would be a 7 of bamboo. If we draw a 7 of bamboo, we slam the Riichi button 100%. 6 is not going to help us here. If we draw a 9 of circles, or even a 6 of circles, do we slam the Riichi button? I'm not sure we do. Genuinely, I'm not sure we do. We need to get rid of this 5. It's way too dangerous, and I don't like how long it's been sitting in our hand. I would definitely chi a 7. I would definitely chi a 9 of circles as well. Okay, I mean, we can stay in it just a little bit longer. So this 6 discard means that this 3 is probably safe. They probably are not on a 1-2 weight. How many 1s are on here? This is a Pinfu weight, and it's Suji to the 6, but they could have a 1-2-2. No, but then if they had a 1-2-2, wouldn't they discard the 1, keep the pair of 2s, and be on a double pair weight? Yeah. What do you want me to say? Sanshoku Dora? Pinfu Sanshoku Dora? This is a horrible feeling for the player across from me. It's a horrible feeling. So let me console you in this instance. Like losing to a player that's disconnected. We've all done it. I've done it. Why is that possible? You're like, it shouldn't be possible to lose to someone who's disconnected. False. I can use the player to my left to get into Tenpai, and then once I'm in Tenpai, I can use that to destroy other players. You know what I mean? So I get it. It's not easy. It's definitely not easy. I almost cut the 5 there. I'll keep the 3 around. We're 1 tile away from being able to call Riichi Pinfu, and with this hand, I think that we do. We can't chi that. We want one of those, but we can't chi that. I'm slamming the Riichi button. As dealer, it's a nice closed weight. Player to my left just discarded the 8. Someone might think it's safe. Okay. I mean, I love these kinds of weights. I love these kinds of weights. I love my curvy weight. Excuse me. If you're chronically online, you might understand that reference. What I'm really hoping to draw is a 5 of characters so I can discard it and create an inadvertent Suji trap. That'd be really nice. That might not happen. Also, this is a Riichi only hand. So maybe this is not worth going for because I am in such like a, and I don't say these words very often, a commanding lead. Maybe going for this kind of Riichi is bad because I think the player across from me is going to want to play like desperately. And so I don't think they're going to back down. I don't know, maybe. Discarded a couple 9s, discarded a 7. It looks like they broke up a 7-9-9 shape. So maybe they are just folding. Okay. I mean, when you have Riichi Sumo, this is an absolute tear. This is a 3-han hand even. Oh my god. Because we hit an aura. Sometimes you just get lucky. So what do we try to do now? I don't know. A benevolent way, this is so fricked up, but a benevolent way to end this game would be just a sumo to destroy the player to my left, because I don't want the player across from me to feel bad. You know what I mean? I don't want them to lose to the player that's disconnected. That's so unfair. Okay, what is this? 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 4 shapes in our hand. This could become another shape. This could become another shape for sure. I'll cut the white dragon for now because 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, we still only have 4 shapes. It makes the 5 so useless if we pawn this, because then a lot of our weights are gonna be gone. I'd much rather keep this open for a 4 or a 7. Yeah, make use of the red 5. You know what I mean? Because even then, if we sumo, it's a much better situation. Do I chi this? I mean, it weirdly advances our hand, kind of. Not in a great way. You know what? Never mind. I answered my own question. What am I hoping to draw? I guess another 5 or a 7 or a 5 or a 7 here. All those don't sound that bad. A floating tile? I'll take a floating tile. Maybe we should have chi'd that 9. Chi the 6? Ugh, I don't know. You wouldn't chi a car, would you? It's a reference to sometimes, like, there is a big movement for the entertainment industry to get people to stop illegally downloading films. And then, like, unfortunately, the ads were extremely hilarious because they were like, you wouldn't download a car, would you? And I'm like, yeah, I wouldn't download a car. I would if I could. It's also so different. Like you need a car to, like, go to your job and stuff. You know what I mean? Sorry, I'm sorry. Okay, I'm sorry. I can't get away with that. I need a bail here. I need to do a little bit of bailing here. I'm not about to deal in and lose my lead here. The player to my right, feel free to deal in and ruin your hand. But for me, I'm not about to deal in and ruin my hand. Can I still win this? I don't know. Okay, this is Omega folding territory. So what's safe? We know that the 9 is safe. We know that these 6s are safe. Okay, that's great news for us. Unfortunately for them, like, not only have I been extremely lucky in my offense, but I'm also extremely lucky in my defense. I've had, like, perfect tiles to fold with. All right, I mean, if this is a big enough hand, it doesn't look like it. Riichi Pinfu, they hit it 2 Oradora. Never mind. Oh my god, it's a Haneman. I'm gonna lose. No, I'm not. Holy moly, I'm still in first, but by a smaller margin, by a much... Wait, I'm still in first. Let's go! I mean, a weird game, right? A weird game because the player to our left is disconnected. But come on, it's been a long time. It's been a really long time since we've seen a number that large, right? Unfortunately, I don't think that it's worth it necessarily to go into the logs. I don't think it's worth it to go into the logs because those, like, again, the player to our left was just a bot, you know? We were playing 3-player Mahjong at that point. I don't know. All right. That's gonna do it for today. New Mahjong videos every day. I don't know why, like, I don't know, this might be your first time. If you watched the end, that's incredible. I really appreciate it. New Mahjong videos every day. Sometimes I'm in different outfits. I don't know if that's, like, an appeal of this channel, but it's true. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like and a comment. Not only does it help out the algorithm, also thank you for, like, the quickest 100 subs I've ever gotten. It feels like a few days ago we hit 1,000, and then immediately after we hit 1,100. That is nuts to me. I don't know if this, like, my tutorial was posted somewhere. I'm not sure, but thank you for that. Of course, you can subscribe if you want to see more. Hit that button below. I stream on Twitch Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 4 p.m. Mondays are Mahjong. You can find that link in the description. You can also chat with us in the Discord. It's a great community. Hope you join us and share some screenshots of some great Mahjong hands you've gotten, okay? All right, until next time, please be patient with yourself, and please take care of yourself, okay? Peace.